Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Monday, June 7th, 2021. We are in the first day of the new trading week, and we are in the final hour of the current trading day. The final hour of the final hour of each day. The final hour of each day is my favorite time to make my buying and selling decisions for my swing trades, because during the day you have the algorithms and you have the day traders. They are the ones that are in control of the price during the day. At the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in. They're dealing with the most money. They have very smart people, best information, best technology, and they start to make their decisions, their buying and selling decisions at the end of the day. And because they're dealing with so much money and size, they take control away from the day traders and the algorithms, and they take that price control away. I consider them to be the smartest money on the street. Therefore, I like to make my buying and selling decisions based on the levels at the end of the day where the large financial institutions have moved the price. So thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. It's nice to see everyone. I appreciate you spending your time here. I hope you had a nice weekend. Currently, the Dow is down 148 points, down 0.42%. The NASDAQ, however, is green on the day, up 46 points, up about a third of a point. And the S&P 500 is down 6.77, down 0.16%. So we're having those divergences where the indexes are not all moving together. Dow's up, Dow's down, NASDAQ's up, S&P is down. So that's kind of always interesting. That indicates to me that there's some sector rotation going on. So here is the plan for today, everyone. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back, take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them moving forward. I did have some day trades today. I will share those with you as well. After that, we will go over to the board where my students have their positions, and we will go through each one and see how those are doing. After that, we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. I mention it each day, but it is the most important skill that you can ever learn in trading, keeping yourself calm, following your plan. And so I like to touch on that every day. And hopefully one day, if I say something, maybe I'll just say it in the right way or the right approach, and it will resonate with you, and you will imbue that the concept that I'm trying to tell you, and you'll internalize it that day, because it's very important that you do. After that, I have gone down through the results of my I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. As you know, I have 3 requirements whenever I'm looking to make a new trade. First, I need to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames. Secondly, I need to have a good risk to reward ratio based upon strong support below me and strong and likely resistance above me. 2 to 1 is the minimum. If I'm risking $1,000, I need to be able to make $2,000 or more to the upside to make the math work. And then number 3, I need to have a full and complete trading plan. Regardless of whatever type of trade I take, whatever strategy I take, I need to adjust for volatility. I need to adjust my position size for volatility. I need to know what my maximum allowed loss is. I need to know what my emergency stop is. I need to know what my end of day stop is. I need to know where my intraday profit targets are. I need to know where my overhead resistance levels are, and I need to have a full trading plan, full trailing stop plan to manage my trades if they go in the direction that I want them to. So those are the 3 requirements. As we get closer to the end of the day, I will go through all the potential candidates. We'll go through the different time frames. We'll look at the risk to reward ratios, and if I find something that makes sense, that qualifies and meets all my requirements, then I will go ahead and purchase it before the close of the market. After the market closes, if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you need clarification on anything, please let me know. I'm happy to clarify. If there are any stock symbols that you would like me to look at and give you my opinion on before the close of the day, go ahead, put them in the live stream chat, put an emoji by it so I know it's time sensitive, and I will do my very best to get to that for you before the close of the day. Lastly, if any of my students have any new entries or exits for me today on the board, if you could please wait until the end of the day so that I am done trading, pressure's off, and we'll spend as much time as we need to get those all updated for you. Okay, so I've got to run that U.S. legal disclaimer quickly. It's going to take about 40 seconds, so I will see you in about 40 seconds. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. Okay, well, let's see who is here today. Johnson is here. It's nice to see you, Johnson. He says hi and hello, everyone. Lova is here. Michael Wilkinson. Michael, good to see you as always. Good chatting with you earlier. Timothy, oh my gosh, buddy, how are you? I've been thinking about you the last couple days, and I was going to shoot you a message on Twitter, and I never did. I got busy with some stuff, but hey, my friend, it is good catching up with you. And or seeing you here, and it'd be great to catch up with you. We can talk a little sports and whatever, talk about the stuff we usually talk about. But it's really good to see you, my friend. I hope you and the family are doing well. Tracy Peterson is here. Hi, Trace. Good to see you. Hope you and Paxton are doing well. Steve Burns here. Good to see you, my friend. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here. I always feel that way. I know everyone else does. So thank you so much for being here. Steve says, hello traders, wild day today with Biogen BIIB chart after the Alzheimer's drug announcement. I sold IBB for a 5.22% gain after BIIB gapped up, explosion faded. Okay, so you're out of BIIB and made a nice 5.22% gain. Very nice, Steve. Gary is here. Good to see Gary. Nice trade, Steve. Kamal is here. Kamal, good to see you. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel, my friend. I appreciate it. Hope you are doing well. And thank you, as always, for your friendship. Frank is here. Good to see you, Frank. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for everything that you do for this channel as well. Steve says, I am watching. Let me write these down. Roku. Okay, I've got that one. Angie. And Baba. All right, let me put those on the list for Steve, and we shall, so we can look at those a little. So I've got Roku on there already. Gonna look at Angie's list and gonna look at Baba. Okay, done and done. Atex, good to see you. Hope those answers helped on your, or my answers helped on your questions there. Good to see you, my friend. Dan gives us a peace sign. Timothy says, Jazz and Clips. I think it's the Jazz year. Well, I hope so. Tim's talking about the LA Clippers and the Utah Jazz. I am a big basketball fan, so that is going to definitely be a good series. Glenn is here. Hey, Glenn, good to see you. Hope you are doing well, sir. Glenn says, hi, Greg. Weakest period is coming up from mid to late June. CPI on Thursday could impact the market. Consumer Price Index report. That is definitely true. Thank you for that, Glenn. Glenn always has good bits of information in regards to seasonal patterns, and it's nice to see you, Glenn. Frank says, I did buy a small position in BIIB at the open. Oh, you did? Fantastic. Remind me at the end, Frank, if you don't mind, okay? That's great. Lily is here. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Hope the dogs are all doing well. My position was IBB. BIB was a holding of IBB. Okay. So you are out of IBB then, right, Steve? So we'll go through and take you off. ATEC says, yes, thank you. Oh, that's good. If you haven't seen the BIIB chart, brace yourself. All right, everybody ready to brace? Let's brace. Hold on. Let's brace. This is going to be good. Wow. Yep. Wow. Unbelievable. Well, people over at IBB or BIIB with stock options are happy today, up almost 40%. Fantastic. All right. Well, should we get moving here? Should we do it? Should we do our thing? Let's do our thing. All right, here we go. Let's see, anyone else in this? Just me now. All right. I did buy APPN back here with an under 30, over 30, under the negative third, over the negative third, 82.30, has moved up nicely, took some profits along the way. I sold half here on this kind of reversal bar. It did move 1.5 ATRs for my entry. Therefore, when the next day closed below the previous day's low, I sold half here. We have had a second leg up. It is up 4% today. Did hit one profit at profit target at 93.95. If you just look at the chart here, entry to current price up 12.93%. So that's been a good trade. LMT, Lilia has a half position. Johan and Jonathan and I did buy Lockheed Martin with a return to value, sideways motion, bullish engulfing bar, V1, 520 crossover. Bought this at $384.99, had two big strong days up. Of course, I always phase out into profits. It is down 0.81% today. It's holding the previous day's low. We have not reached the 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. This trade is up 1.51%. MSTR, Tracy and I did buy MSTR with the confluence of the under 200 over 200 and the under 30 over 30. This is MicroStrategies. This is essentially a proxy for Bitcoin. Bought it at 454.92. Has moved up. Did take some profits. Sold half of my position with the close below the previous day's low. It's just kind of been hanging out in a range. It is down 2.72% today, but up 3.67% from entry to current price. Philip Morris. Frank and I bought Philip Morris with a false breakout to the downside, a bullish engulfing bar, a V1. Bought it at 97.45. It's currently 98.25. It is up 0.36% today. And so far this trade is up about 0.85%. All right, REKN, Jonathan, Tracy and Paxton, Lilia and I did buy the deep dip buy of the under 200, over 200 on REKR. MACD was also positive, which is interesting confluence when you have a deep dip buy of under 200, over 200. I like that MACD's positive. I'd always choose that one over anything else. Did buy that at 11.58 yesterday, or excuse me, Friday, 11.58. It's currently 11.80. It's up 2.25% so far on the trade. SPY, well, usually Friday to Mondays are pretty big overnight SPY trades. This is so close, so I'm going to show you here on a smaller time frame. But I do buy the SPY every day at the close. I hold it overnight. I sell it first thing the next market open. So I did buy it on Friday at 422.60, and I sold it this morning for 422.55. So I did lose 5 cents on the overnight SPY trade, which is amazing to me after a weekend and opening literally just 5 cents below. So this has been really good trade so far. The overnight SPY trade has been a good trading strategy ever since I've used it. So I will be buying this again today at the close and holding it overnight and selling them tomorrow morning. TER. David, Paxton, and I did buy TER with a 520 crossover at 127.70. Moved up, did take profits along the way. I always take partial profits when it moves up at least 0.45 ATRs from the previous day's close. Did get to 1.5 ATR trailing stop level. 2 days ago, I sold half. I locked in profits on half with a close below the previous day's low. Friday moved up again nicely, and today down 0.7%. But so far, this trade up to 0.29%. So pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to show you some day trades. I'm going to clean up these charts. Well, maybe I should do it this way. How should I do this? All right, well, let me show you CMI first, because I do have that as a regular trade as well, a swing trade as well. But I did have a day trade on Cummings CMI with a close under, close back over the 200-day on the 25-minute chart. I bought it at 258.43. 25 minutes later, did get up to the 10 EMA, moved enough, I decided to take half off, so I bought at 258.43, I sold at 259.01, held it for a couple more bars, then it came back down, got to my break-even point, so I just got out. But I did make profits from 258.43 up to 259.01, and the second half was break even. So now let me show you the swing trade. I did buy CMI with the 520 crossover, bought it at 260.59. Friday was a big day up, luckily took some profits. Today down though, 1.98%. I took it with the 520 EMA crossover. It looks like it may close below both the 5 and the 20, in which case my rules tell me I have to sell half of my position. So if today we close below both the 5 and the 20 EMA, which currently it is, I will sell half of my position. I'll sell the other half if I get a 5 crossing back under the 20. All right. VIX, I did have a nice day trade on VIX here on the 5-minute. Way back here. We had a V1 false breakout to the downside from this low, rejected this low as well, closed back up into the value zone with the V1. I got in at 33.33. Next bar went up nicely. I sold half at 33.49. 2 days sideways, another big thrust up bar at 33.60, and then finally a close below the previous day's low. So got in at 33.33, out at 33.49, out at 33.51, and out at 33.60. So that was a good trade there. And then I did have a trade on Apple. Right here. Now, I've discussed this with a few people lately, but you know, one of my favorite approaches to crossovers is not to buy the crossover, but wait to buy for the first pullback or reaction after the crossover. So the crossover happened here at about 125.19. I didn't buy it. I wanted to see if we could get a pullback and a test of that 20. We did. Then the very next bar rejected the 20. 520 crossover was still in place, gave me a better risk to reward ratio, gave me a better cost basis. I bought at 125.11. Next bar went up. I sold half 125.22. A couple bars later, exited again at 125.32. Then had another big up bar, rejected the 100 here. I sold at 125.40. So I got in at 125.11, out at 125.22, out at 125.32. and at 125.40. So good. All 3 day trades were positive today. I am happy for that. And I think that is all. So far, everything considered, pretty good day. All right, let's go over to your positions and take a look, everyone. All right, Kamal did buy Apple yesterday, or excuse me, Friday, with the close under, close back over the 200, plus a V2, plus a false breakout to the downside. Kamal bought this at 125.89. It is currently 125.62, so it is slightly down on the day. It did come right back to about halfway of Friday's big up bar. I was considering buying this if it held there. I'm not sure now if I'm going to do that. But anyway, slightly down on the day and slightly down on the trade, but nice comeback. Kamal, Tracy, and Paxton also had a beautiful trade, deep dip buy on Match.com with a close under, close over the 200, bought at 137.90. It's 143.61. It's up 4.12% in one day. So congratulations, Kamal, and congratulations, Tracy and Paxton. SSRM. Tracy bought SSRM. Where did you buy that, Tracy? Now I can't remember. Oh, I think it was here. I think it was on Thursday. I believe you bought it at 1794. It's currently 1785, so slightly down on the day and just slightly down on the trade. I hope that holds the 200 for you. AB&B, Jonathan, Johan, Gary bought AB&B with this nice consolidation, big momentum bar up, large candle at 143.20. It's currently 148.39. It is down 1.55% on the day, but everyone is up on that trade, which is the most important. Uber, Gary bought Uber at 48.20 with the close above the 200-day moving average. It's currently 50.79, up 1.22%, and it is up over 5% on the trade. So very, very nice, Gary. DKNG having a huge day. Frank and Gary both bought DKNG with the 520 crossover at 49.60. It's 53.47, everybody. It's up 6.24% just today. And on the trade, up 7.28%. Congratulations. Bill, which is Tracy and Paxton. Tracy and Paxton bought Bill at 149.50. It is currently 154.52. They did sell half here, kept the other half, which I'm sure they're glad because it's up 4.07%, so up on the day and nicely up on the trade. ELY is a Frank offering, and as you know, Frank has a lot of these big trades. Frank bought this all the way back here at 27.75. It's currently 35.72. Took half profit here, up 1.16% today, and up 22.68% on the trade. That's fantastic. Levi, Kamal bought Levi at 26.81. It's currently 26.58. It is up 1.92% today, but it is slightly down on the trade. It looks like it got right to about his entry point and then fell back. So up on the day, but slightly down on the trade. ASML, Lilia bought ASML with the 520 crossover at 648.80. It's currently 683.35. It's up 6 cents today, but the bigger news is that it is up over 5% on the trade. So congratulations. And then IBB, Steve sold that earlier today because the BIIB, he took profits of 5.22%. Excellent, Steve. Way to go. Way to take profits on that big up bar. So I think that takes care of all the positions, if I am correct. I think I am. So again, the main one I'm watching today is CMI. I took the 520 crossover. It looks like it may close below both. It may hold. It may hold, but I have to wait till the end of the day to make that decision. Oh, and I forgot about Twitter. Twitter. Tracy, Paxton, and I did buy Twitter. Anyone else here? Oh, Miko. Yeah, Miko, Tracy, and Paxton and myself did buy Twitter with the close under, close over the 200-day moving average at 52.58. It's been a great trade. Just rocketed it up. It's up another 1% today. And from entry to current price, this is up 11.76%. So, yeah, good day. Good day. Johnson wants to look at CRSP. CRSP. it's not really a bullish engulfing bar because it did not go below yesterday's low and above in the same day. There is a 520 crossover above the 50 SMA, 55 RSI, weekly support off the 50. That's true. It's a nice looking little V2. I like the V2 on this better than I like the daily, to be honest with you, because here we have day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 2 washes out 1. Day 3 has now triggered a V2 and back above the 50 the 50 SMA. I don't like the 200 all that much on the daily, and it is outside of the value zone. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. Probably will. We are right about halfway of that deep. Of that big down bar, maybe slightly above it, but yeah, not bad. But me personally, I like the trade better on the weekly to give it a little bit more breathing room, because I think on the daily we may have some resistance there, the 200, but I don't know for sure. I don't know. Ava is here. Hi, Ava. Nice seeing you. Looking forward to talking to you tonight. I really am. Hope you're having a good day. Frank has a poem for us. This is going to be great. Let me paste that in there so I can post that to the world later. Frank says, trading is real money and markets have risk. Words some heed and others dismiss. But if you think you are an exception, ignore bad trades. But if you think you're an exception, ignore bad trades and are remiss. Say goodbye to your money, but first give it a kiss. Wow. That's great. Let's read it again. Trading is real money and markets have risk. Words some heed and others dismiss. But if you think you're an exception, ignore bad trades and are but if you think you're an exception, ignore bad trades and are remiss. Say goodbye to your money, but first give it a kiss. Yeah, no one's an exception in this game, everybody. You have to have a plan. You have to follow it. You have to put the work in. You can't just shoot from the hip, because eventually you will say goodbye to your money, but make sure to give it a kiss. Ava wants to look at Shopify. Yeah, I've been looking at Shopify as well, Ava. I'm a little conflicted. It does have a nice V1. It has a false breakout to the downside. It did have 1 day of sideways motion. Just for me though, on these particular trades, buying right here at the 1 ATR channel is kind of against my rules. You know, at the 1 ATR channel, the 2 ATR channel, the 3 ATR channel, you're going to find inherent resistance there because it's one standard deviation away from the mean. So, look, Shopify is strong. It's definitely been a strong stock. I mean, if we could break out of here, we'd have a cup and a handle, which a lot of people will see. I think I'm going to pass on this one, but it is definitely interesting. EXAS. Has a 520 cross. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't know if EXAS backtests well though, Ava. I don't know if anyone else could do a quick test on that to see if EXAS backtests well for Ava on the 520 crossover. ATEX says there's two BIIB correlated names, Halo and CYTX with 200 MA plus 30 RSI crossing. Halo looks like it might be a good risk to reward. Let's take a look. Yeah. Has a close under, back over the 200. The only thing that concerns me here is that we had that big down bar. We are above halfway. We are struggling a little bit with the -1 ATR channel. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly has the one ATR channel above it. That's my gut instinct on this. But from a risk to reward ratio, not bad. I just, whenever there's a big down bar larger than one ATR in the recent past, it concerns me. CYTX, ooh, not enough. No, that's not the right symbol. CYTX, okay. I can't pull that one up, unfortunately, ATEX. That one doesn't pull up on my charts. Okay, and Frank says, thank you, Dan. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So, before we start looking at potential end of day trades, I just want to switch gears for a moment and talk about a little bit about trader psychology. As you know, I have my favorite Facebook and Twitter channels that I follow that kind of specialize in good trading words of wisdom, things about trading psychology. This is, of course, is from Trading Composure over on Twitter at Trading Composure. Fantastic channel, everybody. Really gets granular, really gets into the details and the nuances of trading psychology. He is an expert in it, and it's so important, and that's why people really become experts in this, and Trading Composure is one. So if you haven't subscribed to his channel, please do. Let's see what Trading Composure has to say today. Commitment and confidence produce success. Commitment and confidence produce success. In life, also in trading. We're talking about trading right now, right? Commitment and confidence produce success. Commitment comes from doing something you truly love. Confidence comes from the experience. So you need commitment and you need confidence. Do you really love trading? Which is an interesting question. I think most of you will say yes, but I think there's a lot of people out there that think they love trading that really don't. So you have to make sure that you really like it or really love it if you really want to put the time in. Do some deep reflection on that. Think about that. If you don't truly love it, maybe you should do something else. But if you truly love it, great. Then you have the commitment to it. But as it says up here, commitment and confidence, you need both produce success. Confidence comes from the experience. So starting off, you need the love of trading. You need to be committed to it so you can go through the good and the bad times. But you also need the confidence from trading, and that comes from experience. I've mentioned this before, but listen, the only way you're going to get good and confident at trading is by doing it for a long time, just like any other skill. And if you position size too large, you don't follow your rules, you will blow up your account and you will have no more chips to play with. And if you're not playing, you're not going to get the experience that you need. So just kind of as an aside here, position size conservatively. Look at each trade as the next trade, just one of the next 1,000 trades. Follow your rules, follow your process. The longer you trade, the better you're going to get. The better you get, the more confidence that you're going to have. And like Trading Composure says here, you need the commitment and you need the confidence to produce success. So I think this is a great post. Thank you very much, Trading Composure. Your posts are always helpful to me, and I hope it was helpful for everyone else in the group. All right, before we start looking at end of day trades, let me take a look at current. So APPN up 4.39% today, one profit target, doing great. I don't see any issue there. Oh, no, I don't. Unless we reject the 50 RSI. I didn't look at that close enough. Did we reject the 50 today? Not quite. Not quite. I think it's a keeper. LMT, well off of its lows. Glad to see that. Down, but up on the trade. MSTR, oh, good. well off of its lows. It did bounce at the -1 ATR channel, down today, but still profitable on the trade. Philip Morris doing very nicely today, up 0.39%. No profit targets yet today, but nicely up on the trade, so I don't see any reason to get out of that. REKR up 2.52% today off of that sideways motion 200-day moving average. I don't feel like I'll have to be make any changes with REKR. SPY, going to be buying the SPY, of course, at the close of the day today, selling it first thing the next morning. TER down today a little bit, but still nicely up on the trade. Twitter doing great, may hit a profit target up there. This trade has just been motoring along, so I don't see anything I'm going to have to change there. CMI is really the only one I have to look at today and make a decision. It's battling right now with the 20. Again, if it closed below both the 5 and the 20, I would have to get out of half of the position. The 20 is at 259.42 or at 259.31, so this will probably be a photo finish today. If it holds both the 5 and the 20, I will just keep it. If it does not hold the 20, I will sell half. And I think that is it. Steve says, both of those ticker backtest well with the 520 EMA crossover. I like your finds. Michael says, if a stock doesn't show up on your charts, is that an avoid signal? No. Not at all, Michael. It's just Trade Navigator, the trading platform that you always see me use here. They, for some reason, just don't have it in the database. So no, that it's not a reflection on whether it's a good stock or a bad stock. They just haven't updated it yet. Steve says EXAS 520 does not backtest well. So, if it doesn't backtest well, it doesn't mean it's not going to go, but we might as well use every edge that we have, right? And if it doesn't backtest well, probably better to find one that does. All right. Here we go. Take a look over here real quick. Okay. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin here. This is Bitcoin on the there we go. This is Bitcoin on the CME exchange. 200-day moving average is always a good place to buy something using the deep dip buy. It rejected it here, it rejected it there, it rejected it there. Is it going to come back down and test? It might. MACD went positive, which is good. So if you're a Bitcoiner, and you're using this BTC 067 chart to trade from, if we got a rejection of the 200-day moving average here, an intraday rejection and close back over the 200-day moving average, I would definitely consider taking this. I wonder if we're going to go down and test. Sometimes that 200-day moving average does act like a magnet, so I'll just be patient there. Apple. Kamal has this. Am I going to buy this today? I was going to buy Apple because of the close back over the 200. It was when it was back at halfway of that bar, I was definitely considering buying it because the under 200 over 200 is still in place, but and from a strategic standpoint, it was holding the 50% fib level of Friday's big up bar. Now I'm not so sure. Yeah, it gives me a 25% better entry than buying it on Friday, but now I don't like it as much. I would have liked it right there. I guess I did buy it right there actually. For the day trade, the reason I bought it there, I forgot to tell you, was because it was at halfway, which perked my interest, and that's why I looked for an entry on the smaller time frame, which did work out nicely. But as far as the swing trade from here, it's a V1 to the downside. Today went above yesterday's high, and right now it's closing below yesterday's close. So looks like we have a MACD possible crossover here. I think I'm just going to let that one go at the moment. VIPS is an interesting chart here. Of course, it looks horrible But we do have a double bottom with a bullish divergence, meaning this low here, this entire move down here generated very deep dip MACD readings, which is momentum. We did make a low. We rallied into some green, and now we've come back down and tested that low. There is no red to be seen. So this is a double bottom with the bullish divergence with a missing right shoulder. This is what Dr. Alexander Elder considers to be the most powerful technical analysis entry in trading. However, I'm not sure I see a clear signal here. If we measure the low got to 30.78, so it bounced near the 30. It did not go under 30, over 30, which I would have preferred. We are having difficulty with, we're still under the first low, so that is acting as resistance above. I think I'm probably going to pass on this trade. CHGG. Well, this is another double bottom with the bullish divergence. This moved down here on deep red MACD bars, then we rallied into green. Now we came back down, we tested that low. There is no red to be seen. This is a double bottom with the bullish divergence, but there is a trigger here. There is a V1. And a false breakout to the downside. So far, I like Chug the best. Roku has a 520 crossover. What's going on with my charts? Does have a 520 crossover. That does backtest well. It's over the 50 RSI. It's over the 50-day moving average. What is happening? So that's a valid trade as well. So we'll put that over in the valid trade section. ISRG looking for a 520 crossover. That doesn't look like it's happening. AMD, thanks to Gary. Gary pointed out that AMD does have a 1050 EMA crossover, which does backtest well. Let's take a look at the weekly. Right there at the 50 RSI has the 50-week moving average above it. But just from a strictly mechanical standpoint, the 1050 EMA does backtest well. We have some resistance here, though. We have the 200-day moving average. We have the third ATR channel. We have a downward sloping 100-day moving average. So I think I'm just going to personally let that one go. It's also down on an up day with the NASDAQ. Angie, Steve was talking about Angie with the 520 crossover, I believe, Steve. Doesn't look like the 520 crossover has happened yet. Alibaba. Steve was looking at this with the 520 crossover. The 5 is at 217.38. And where's our 20? 217.39. The 20 is 217.50. So not quite a legitimate 520 cross, at least at this moment. ANAB has a close under, close back over the 200-day moving average. That seems a little chasey to me. Let's look at the weekly. V1 on the week rejected, looks like it's rejected the 50 RSI, so I think I'll let that one pass. Yelp, just consolidating here. Don't really see an entry there yet. ZUO, nice sideways motion. I know that's why this got picked up on the scanner. Does have a higher low V1. This one's not bad. It's a $14 stock, which I'm not thrilled about, but I like the consolidation. I like the sideways motion. It is a V1 to the higher low V1 to the upside. MACD is positive. If we look over at the weekly, we're right there in the value zone. I'm going to put that one over there as well. BL, kind of the same thing, only 187,000 shares traded, so I'll skip that. When we were talking about this in our chat a little earlier, this is a nice return to value in a V1. There's some conflicting signs here. It's a very serious V1, really good. Under 50, over 50, plus a V1, under the 50-day moving average, over the 50-day moving average. The only thing this is missing, however, there's no sideways motion. It's just down and right up. I really prefer to have sideways motion before I take V1s and V2s. It goes to show that over a couple days there is support. There are enough buyers there to support it. These kind of straight down, straight ups, in my experience at least, maybe tend to bounce a little bit and then fail. Doesn't mean this is going to happen with this particular stock, but I'm just going to stick with my rules and look for the preferred sideways motion. Bluebird Bio. Don't see anything there. Close is above yesterday's close, but we are below the open. That's a bit of a negative sign. NKTR, rejection of the negative third ATR channel. Not a rejection of the 30 RSI yet. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, I'm going to stay away from that. And then Edit. Edit has a 520 crossover. I'm not sure how that back tests. Did reject the 50 almost to the penny on the weekly. Looks okay. But yeah, I'm going to stick with... Looking at Chug here, double bottom, bullish divergence. My goodness. Double bottom, bullish divergence, false breakout to the downside, V1, MACD being positive. That one is probably my favorite on the day, CHGG. Roku is also good. It's up 4.28% today. Increased volume, 520 crossover over the 50 RSI and the 50-day moving average. If we look over at the week's could be in a good spot. On one hand, it's on a good spot. On the other hand, we're right up against this confluence of the 50 RSI and the 10 and the 20 on the weekly. It's valid. I don't think I'm going to take it though. ZUO, pretty good. We had that big up bar. We did hold halfway. It's $14 stock though. I think what I'm going to go with today is CHGG. CHGG. And then CMI is what I'm going to, yeah, I think I'm going to have to sell half of CMI here with the loss of the 20-day moving average. So that's what I'm going to do. Looks like that's what I'm going to do. CMI, I'm going to sell half, instituting my trailing stop policies because the 520 crossover, we're closing below below both. That's a bit of a warning sign. I'll keep the other half in case I'm wrong. That's the great thing about selling half. It's the only thing in the market where you ever really where it's really a win-win. If you sell half and it goes up, you're happy you have half. If you sell half and it goes down, you're happy you sold half. That's why I love the selling half situation. So it looks like I will be selling half of CMI. I'll wait a few more minutes before I make that decision. And then Chug, I do like Chug with the double bottom, bullish divergence, V1, false breakout to the downside, MACD is positive. So Chug looks like the best one for me today. George is here. Good to see you, George. NFLX. It's not a V1 though. Well, that's not true. It is a V1. Today did go below yesterday's low, but not by a quarter ATR. It has to be at least a quarter ATR distance. From here to here is 1 ATR. From here to here is 1 ATR. Half of an ATR is this distance. A quarter of an ATR is this distance. This barely went over. So to me, that is not a valid V1, George. David is here. Hi, Greg and group. A little late. Nice to see you, David. Did you sell LMT? No. I'm not selling LMT. I have not got to 1.5 ATR trailing stops. I don't have a close below the previous day's low. So I am keeping LMT. FedEx. Is that FDX? Yeah. Same. Not enough of a washout. Today technically went below a little bit, rallied back up. I want to see enough washout to where the market goes down, washes a lot of people, gets them out, and reverses back up. This just barely tested. So for me, that is not valid. Johnson says Tesla may close above the 200-day moving average. It may, and it'd be a higher close back over the 200. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good with the close under, possibly close back over, and it's a higher low. People that bought here, they sold here. That drove the price down. Now it's moving back up. You don't have to worry about these people selling into you. They already did it here. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly's back above the -1 ATR channel. Yeah, this one makes sense. This one makes sense to me. Lilia says WDAY. Close back above the 250. Good risk to reward ratio. That is a good risk to reward ratio. Let's look at the weekly. Has that 50-week moving average above it, which concerned me a little bit. Steve says edit, average return on the 520 crossover is 6.71%. Win, I think we looked at win already. Yeah, rejection of the 50-day moving average, rejection of the 50 RSI, plus a V1, all good. I just don't like that we don't have any sideways motion. George, yeah, technically it's a V1, but it's not a valid V1. Michael says, Chug is below the 200 and 250. Is the double bottom bullish divergence the main factor that's making it a buy? Yes. 100%. And the V1. Big picture, the double bottom with the bullish divergence, MACD being positive, which helps, and the V1. I'm not expecting this is the bottom and it's just going to rock it up, but, it could get up to the 50 RSI here, and I could get out. I like it. I like it because of the double bottom with the bullish divergence, and it makes it very easy to manage this trade, because if I get a close below here halfway of today's, because today's the washout bar, which does wash out, I feel like it's a good risk to reward. So, and here on the weekly, we have some room up to the 1 ATR channel as far as the weekly chart goes. So yeah, I like CHGG the best. All right, let's check CMI. 259.42, 259.30. So I'm going to have to watch that one pretty closely. But yeah, my best guess here, at least for me, is going to be Chug. CHGG. Hey, Philip Morris hit a profit target for us. Good. That's always a goodie. Okay, Doke. So, CMI, I'm watching very carefully. Oh, it's right there. 259.42, 259.43. Oh, now it's below. So I'm going to have to watch that one. That will probably be a photo finish. And then Chug. I'll give that a few more minutes before I buy Chug. Oh, Apple's only down 3 cents now. Good job, Kamal. Good job. Philip Morris making a high on the day. Way to go, Philip Morris. Hey, Apple went green on the day. Nice job, Kamal. See what VIX is doing. VIX is, man, it's just been hammered, hasn't it? 46 to 32 in the last couple weeks. My gosh. All right. I'm going to buy Chug right now so I can concentrate on CMI. All right, what am I buying? Okay. All right, so I bought CHGG and I'm just watching CMI. My line in the sand there's 259.42. We're at 259.31, so very likely I will have to sell half. And I'll just keep my finger on the button here. Come on, don't make me do it. Don't make me do it, Cummings. Get up there. Oh, now it's above. Holy, holy hamburgers. Or holy coyote. Come on, buddy. Let's get up there. If you haven't noticed, that's my funny little saying. Come on, buddy. When I want something to get up. You know it helps. It's proven. It's back tested. Okay, we are above. Good, good, good. So far it's a holder. Apple's up 4 cents. Fantastic. Keep on going, Philip Morris. Nice going. Chug doing pretty well. Also, all right, so CMI is holding. So far, anyway. Oh, now it's below. How dare you? All right, we have about a minute and 15 seconds left on my end. Oh, this is going to be a photo finish. A photo finishes. Oh, now it's back up. There must be a big, yeah, 19-cent spread there. One minute to go. And it is holding that 20-day perfect. Philip Morris, way to go. Yeah, looks like CMI is going to hold. Well, I shouldn't say that. No, no, it's not. I'm just going to have to make my best decision here. I mean, what can I do, right? I mean, it's jumping all over, so yeah, I'm going to have to sell. All right, so I did sell half with the close under the 200-day moving average. Excuse me, under the 20, because I took the 520 crossover and it closed below both. So I did sell half as a precautionary measure. All right, so hope that makes sense. All right, let's see where I bought everything today. All right, I bought the overnight SPY trade at 422.19, and I bought CHGG at 74.64. All right, so I bought CHGG at 74.64. with that double bottom, bullish divergence, false breakout to the downside, V1, MACD's positive, close back up into the value zone. My stop on this will be a close below halfway of the washout bar, which is right here. I'll just put that on for me right now. And then SPY, I bought at 422.19. For the overnight spire. And again, CMI, I did take a loss on CMI. I took half the position because we had the 520 crossover. The price closed below both the 5 and the 20. So listen, if any of my students have any new positions they'd like me to update, to put on or take off on the board, this would be the time to put it in the live stream. Before I do that, just real quick, just wanted to go over three quick pieces of business. One, I do teach private one-on-one lessons in the evening time via Skype. I teach a 15-hour course, 5 sessions. Each session is 3 hours. I teach you all 5 of the different trading approaches that I use in my trading and that I've been using for the last 25 years. It's a great course. I know you'll be a better trader when you are finished with this course. I work really hard in these courses to teach my students. It's very important to me that they succeed. So I don't just mail it in. We work hard. And, that's why it's 15 hours, because there's a lot to cover. We do a lot of simulation trades, but you will be a better trader. I promise you. I will teach you step by step every single methodology that I use. It does cost $1,750, but I'm telling you, it's worth every single penny for the attention that you get, the one-on-one attention that you get, and the great information that I'm going to teach you. So if you're interested, send me an email. The email's in the description of this video. Just in the subject line, just say, Greg, I'm potentially interested in taking your course. I'll say, great. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is free. I just want to learn more about you and your trading, your challenges, your goals. It's a great time for you to ask me questions about the course. And when you're done with the call, you can think about it as long as you want. And, if one day you say, hey, I want to take that course with Greg, it makes sense, just email me back and we'll get it scheduled. Secondly, I do have a great new online course on udemy.com. It's called the Deep Dip by Stock Trading Strategy. It's $12 on Udemy. It's 9.5 hours of video, 26 videos, 15 study guides. It's a great course. I've gotten so many great reviews and great feedback from that course. Just because it costs $12 doesn't mean there isn't any value there. That price is set by Udemy. And I'm telling you, it's the best $12 you'll ever spend. So the link is in the description of this video. Fork out the $12, take the course. I know when you're done with it, you're going to go, wow, that was a good course. Thirdly, if you like today's podcast, I really would appreciate it if you could hit the thumbs up button. It helps to build the channel, helps to keep the channel around. Lets YouTube know that there's some good, valuable content here, and so they can get it out and share it with more people. There are a lot of people out there that need help with trading, learn good trading principles, and I truly believe if we could get them here, they could start to learn some good things. So you can help me, help them, and all you have to do is hit the thumbs up button. So pretty sweet deal, right? Okay, let's see. Steve is long Roku. $341.50. Steve with the 520 cross. Okay, good luck there, Steve. Kamal is in Shopify. All right, Kamal is in shop. That's interesting. I think everyone knows that Shopify is Kamal's stock. Okay, and we'll put Kamal there. Okay, got it. Tracy is out of SSRM. Good. I mean, a little bit of a losing trade, but you followed your plan, Tracy. That's why I said good. Good trade. That deserves a good trade. Out of CMI half. Oh, I didn't have you here. All right. Okay, good. Gary is in chug. Okay. And win. Oh. These are options. So Gary bought June 18th, 130 strikes at 286 per contract. Oh, so you bought calls. All right. Okay. Frank says, out of BIIB, close of 349.50. Okay, so you had a little bit of that. You bought it near the open. Let's take a look for Frank. So he bought near the open, what, like 297? Wow. Congratulations. Jonathan, Dash stopped out. That was a weekly trade. Or at least I took it on a weekly trade. All right. So we'll take Jonathan out of that. Half Roku and chug. I like the half. I like the halvies. Okay. And oh no. Oh yes. Yes, sorry. And chug, you bought full position. Okay. Okay. Lilia is out of ASML. Nice trade, Lil. Very good. All right. If any of my students have any other entries or exits there, please let me know. Let's see what's happening in after hours world. Apple up 10 cents. Chug even. Lots of stuff even. Philip Morris even. Philip Morris had a nice day. Spies up 11 cents. All right. Frank bought the open of 292 on the button and sold it for 394 for a sweet 33% move on the day, about an even $100. Let's give Frank a hand. Wow. Wow. Congratulations, Frank. Very impressive. Proud of you and happy for you as well. So listen, I like to read this at the end of every podcast. If we do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. It's pretty simple. Is the world in the right direction? It could be better. I think we could all agree on that. And if we just went out and did one random act of kindness each day for another human being, it would make the world a better place. And it would also even make the world a better place than that if you could go out and do one random act of kindness for an animal as well. So I like this saying. I think it's something that I try to do every day, and hopefully you can make it a habit in your life as well. And it's a win-win because it will help you, and it'll make the world a better place as well. Jonathan gives a hand clap to Frank. Completely deserved. Wow, what a trade. Holy smokes. Holy hamburgers. Say it, Leva. Holy hamburgers. Dan says, wow, Frank, unbelievable. Fantastic. Just wonderful. Holy hamburgers. Thanks, Leva. So, listen, everybody, if there are any more questions that I could answer, I'm very happy to do so. Just let me know. If, you could be so kind to hit the thumbs up button on the way out, I would really appreciate that. If you were thinking about it but forgot, that would be really great. And what else? Anything else we want to look at? Anything else we want to do? Any jokes out there? Anybody have a joke? I love jokes, but I don't remember one. I know one, but I can't repeat it here. George says, thank you, Greg, as always. Learning day by day. Fantastic, George. I'm glad. If there's anything I can help you with, don't be shy. Just let me know. That's why I'm here. Frank says, thank you, Jonathan, Dan, Michael. I define my risk and sweated a lot. Well, hey, you made money and you sweated. That's good. Sweating's healthy. It's a hot day here in Utah. I, for some reason, was blessed or cursed without a thermostat, so I can go into the hottest of hot weather and it really doesn't affect me, which is great if I'm in Saudi Arabia, but it's not so great when I'm someplace cold. So blessing and a curse, I guess I'll try to look at it as a blessing because it is going to be a hot day. Mountains are beautiful. No one will be up there because it's too hot, and I'll just go streaming up the trail and not even feel it. So I guess there are some good things in life if you look at it that way. ATEX says 5 minute versus 25 minutes today. Curious on how you choose a time frame for intraday trades. Yeah, so I like to look at the larger time frame first. In which case, 25 minute. Like, let's just look at this particular stock right here, ATEX. Okay. See how we have a big down bar, the previous bar? See how we rally right to halfway? Well, from a Fibonacci standpoint, I see a big down bar. I see a retracement to halfway. This should find resistance here on the 25-minute bar. So if the market was open and I had time to trade this, I would then switch to the 5-minute bar to execute my trade based upon what the 25-minute bar is doing. I mean, this is a stretch, but okay, I could just short right here with the rejection of the 100-day moving average. If it closed back above, my risk would be small, but I wouldn't just pick this out of nowhere. I'd have to look at the larger time frame. In the larger time frame right now, this price is right here at 50%. On the larger time frame, you're at resistance with the 50% Fibonacci retracement. Then again, I want to switch to the 5-minute to execute and look for the trigger. And Dr. Alexander Elder is very confident that the best ratio looking long time frame to short time frame is a factor of 5. That's why I look at the factor of 5 to 5 minutes, 25 minutes. Does that make sense? So I look at the larger time frame, look for some kind of support, look for some kind of resistance, and I'd switch to on the 25-minute bar, then I'd switch to the 5-minute bar because it's a factor of 5 less, and look for the trade. Does that make sense, ATEX? And that's why I look at the weeklies to trade the dailies. I look at the monthlies to trade the weeklies. That's a factor of 4. Monthly to weekly is a factor of 4, but weekly to daily is a factor of 5. See what I mean? So the monthly to weekly is not exactly perfect, but close, 4. Yeah, so I always look at the longer time frame as the strategic, and the shorter time frame is the tactical to get into or out of my trade. It does? Good. Good. All right, so I'm going to take Frank's poem here and get that ready to post. People love your poems, Frank. And way to go on that trade. My gosh, that is fantastic. Okay, everybody, listen, that's it, I think, for today. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Be good, be kind, drive safe, hit the thumbs up button. And I hope to see everyone back tomorrow, Tuesday, during the last hour of the market. Appreciate you being here today. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.